Have you ever watched your cat dig into soil and wondered, why are they doing that? It's adorable, sure, but behind those paws lies an instinct older than humans themselves, a subterranean code written into their DNA. Most owners assume it's random play or boredom, but that's not what's really happening. Every scratch, every tiny mound of soil is a message, a ritual, a whisper from the wild past that still lives inside your feline. Here's where it gets fascinating. When your cat scratches the earth, they're not just moving dirt, they're hiding evidence, masking scents to protect themselves from unseen threats, just as their ancestors did to avoid predators. That paw movement, repeated and deliberate, is a survival tool disguised as play. And if you think it's just about waste, think again. Cats also leave invisible markers, pheromones that communicate territory, identity, and even mood. Those delicate claws pressing into soil are the cat's way of telling the world, I was here. This is mine. This space is safe. It starts with scent masking. A cat's littered soil isn't just buried waste. It's a signal to other animals that this territory is claimed, uninviting to outsiders. But here's the twist. Cats extend this behavior beyond survival. Research from Oregon State University shows that over 60% of cats demonstrate a secure attachment bond with their humans. Digging near their favourite spots, especially around your garden or potted plants, is a reflection of this bond. They feel safe. They trust you enough to engage their most instinctive, vulnerable behaviours while you're watching. And just like that, a simple paw in soil becomes a psychological window into their attachment style, a way they regulate stress by staying connected to their human safe base. But that's only part of the story. Each scratch is also a subtle social signal. Cats interpret humans as big, clumsy cats in their colony, and in feline society, proximity without direct contact is a mark of respect and recognition. When your cat digs near you, or even observes you from the corner while performing this ritual, they're silently acknowledging your presence and status. It's a form of communication, quiet yet deeply meaningful, that we often overlook. Here's where it gets more mysterious. They're also monitoring your physiological cues. Cats can detect shifts in your cortisol levels, changes in tension, even micro-movements you don't consciously register. Digging near your space is a way for them to track your emotional state while asserting their own calm. They're performing what could be called emotional shadowing, a silent check-in with their trusted human. And then there's the predator focus, a trait carried from wild ancestors. Cats approach soil as both hunter and historian. Their claws stir the earth not just to bury, but to sharpen instincts, simulate stalking, and practice tiny predatory maneuvers. You may see it as play, but in their mind, it's rehearsal, training, and preparation. Every paw swipe is a blend of survival psychology and ancestral memory. And yet, they choose to do it near you, the human who is both a giant and a guardian in their eyes. Here's a curiosity loop. Have you noticed how sometimes they dig intensely, then stop and stare at you? That half-closed trust stare or dilated-eyed glance isn't random. It's a communication signal, a silent check. I'm safe here with you. Are you safe with me? These stares, these pauses, are their way of blending environmental interaction with social bonding. And if you've ever caught them scratching at night, seemingly without reason, it's a deep-seated nocturnal ritual rooted in evolutionary instincts, hunting, mapping, and testing territory under the cover of darkness. By now, you might be seeing it differently. That paw in the soil is a message, a practice, and a trust gesture all rolled into one. And this is just the beginning. Because understanding why your cat digs opens a door to decoding a whole universe of signals they've been sending you for years without words. Now let's dive deeper. Why do cats dig near you, then pause, gaze, or even half blink in your direction? That slow blink isn't just cute, it's one of the most profound signs of trust a cat can offer. In feline language, it's a silent handshake, a signal that says, I feel safe with you. I don't need to be on guard. Paired with digging, this behaviour becomes layered. They're engaging their instincts while confirming their secure bond. Think of it as a ritual performed in your presence, a testament to trust that goes unnoticed by most owners. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. Your cat isn't only expressing comfort, they're also regulating their own stress by staying near your familiar scent and micro-movements. Those paws moving soil are like a meditation, a grounding exercise intertwined with emotional safety. And when they look up at you with those dilated pupils during a digging session, it's a way of reading you as much as you might be reading them, creating a two-way dialogue without a single sound. Next, consider territory marking. Each scratch releases pheromones from glands in their paws. This isn't random, it's social strategy. They're silently leaving messages in the soil that say, I am here, this is mine, this space is shared with those I trust. Cats view humans as part of their colony, so when they dig near your feet, your garden, or even potted plants indoors, it's a subtle assertion of connection. You've been woven into their territory map. And it's clever, by blending their scent with yours, they're not only communicating with other animals, but also reinforcing their psychological comfort. It's chemistry, instinct and social structure, all mixed into one quiet gesture. Here's a pattern interrupt. Here's where it gets emotional. You might think digging is just instinct or play, but every paw in the soil near you is also a statement of pure trust. In evolutionary terms, cats are solitary hunters. Choosing to dig in your presence, instead of a hidden corner, is them overriding their natural instinct to hide. They're choosing proximity, safety, and connection over solitude. And this is why observing them carefully can feel like decoding a secret language. That ritual is not just about soil, it's about your relationship. Then there's environmental interaction. Cats engage with the world in a way that mirrors the wild lives of their ancestors. Scratching, kneading, pawing, sniffing, it's all sensory exploration. They test the soil for texture, smell and composition, but also for emotional cues from their human. Have you noticed how they sometimes dig, then pause, then glance at you as if checking in? That's not coincidence. They're measuring safety, reading your tension, your calm, your baseline emotional state. In essence, they are silently coordinating with you, weaving their instincts with social awareness. It's like watching evolution and attachment unfold in your living room. Here's a curiosity loop. What happens when this behavior suddenly stops? That's the final warning every cat owner needs to understand. If your cat who regularly digs near you stops abruptly, it's a signal. Sometimes it's physical, pain, discomfort, illness. Other times it's emotional, stress, fear, or environmental changes that disrupt their sense of safety. Cats are creatures of habit. The sudden halt is their way of saying, something is off. Ignoring it risks missing signs of deeper issues. Observing this ritual over time provides a window into your cat's health, emotional state, and the trust they feel toward you. And finally, the emotional meaning deepens. When your cat digs in soil near you, blends their scent with yours, pauses to stare or half blinks while performing this ancestral ritual, they are doing more than behaving instinctively. They are communicating, teaching, and bonding. They are saying, without words, I trust you. I see you. You are part of my world. That quiet act, repeated over days, weeks, years, is one of the most intimate gestures a cat can make. Understanding it transforms the way you see your pet. No longer random, no longer simple play, it's connection, trust, and love encoded in paw prints and soil. So next time your cat digs, watch closely. Watch the pause, the glances, the slow blinks. Watch how they pause, how they resume. You'll start noticing patterns, reading cues, and realizing that your cat has been communicating all along, through soil, through claws, through quiet observation. And once you understand this language, you'll never look at a paw in the dirt the same way again.